Hi BookTube, it's Gina. Today is Wednesday and I thought I would hop on here and do a quick first quarter of the year check-in. I'm going to use the quarter year crisis book tag as my jumping off point, but I do have a couple other things that are not included in that tag that I want to discuss. And I don't know, I managed to miss Tag Tuesday yesterday. It was another one of those busy days. And so I'm gonna do my tag today. This tag was created by Raisins Reading, who I have not checked out her channel yet. So I'm going to do that because this is a really fun tag. And I will, of course, link her channel in the original tag video down below. Prompt number 1 is, how many books have you read so far? So this is for January, February, and March. And I have read 21 books in the first quarter of 2021. Have you already found a book you think might be a 2022 favorite? I have. Let me go grab it. Okay, I'm back. That is Green Gates by R.C. Sheriff. I just finished this last night and I loved this book. This is a beautiful gray Persephone. I should not have run upstairs. Now I'm out of breath. I am buddy reading this, which is why I've got a few stickies in it. And so I'm not gonna go into detail about this book because I have not talked to my buddy reader about it, but I loved this. It is about a 60-year-old man who is retiring, living on the outskirts of London, and they're just, he and his wife and their one servant are struggling with his retirement. And I loved this book. It was wonderful. I'll tell you more about it when I do my maybe Friday reads. But I love this. 5-star, definitely going to be at the top of my favorites list for 2022. And also, I love this edition so much. It's gorgeous. Any 1-star books? So far, my least favorite book this year has been Earthly Delights, which is a first book in a mystery series by Corinna Chapman, set in Australia. And I didn't care for the writing style of this. I didn't care for the mystery. I didn't find it very interesting. It had some details in it that I just felt I just didn't care for. We'll just say that. So not my favorite. Prompt number 4, most read genre so far. So by far, my most read genre so far for January, February, and March was middle grade. Of course, because I read 8 middle grade books in March. So well over a third of the books that I've read so far this year were middle grade. And I loved middle grade March. And then, of course, I read a few mysteries, so that would probably be my second most read genre. Prompt number 5, a book that surprised you. And for this one, I'm going to sadly have to say The Joy and Light Bus Company by Alexander McCall Smith. It's number 22 in the Ladies Detective Agency, the number 1 Ladies Detective Agency series, and it was sweet. It was fine, but I think what surprised me about it was that I just felt so uninspired and uninterested in reading it. It was short, not much of a mystery, didn't really have anything interesting about it. I still love the characters, I love the setting, but it just didn't, it felt like the tail end of a dying series to me, which was surprising and sad because I love that series. So I'm not giving up on it yet, but I'm not buying the books anymore. I am reading them from my library because I know it's not a series that I need to own every book by. Prompt number 6 is a book that's come out in 2022 that you want to read, and I don't think I have any 2022 books on my radar. I don't follow new releases that much. Prompt number 7 is one goal you've made that you're succeeding at, and prompt number 8 is one goal you made that you need to focus on. And I did not set any goals this year. I did a video on why I think the best goal is no goal, which might have been slightly hyperbolic, but I really felt for me this year, and for most years, I'm not a big goal setter just in general. So check that video out if you're curious about it. But I just want to read and enjoy it and not put any pressure on myself. And so that is what I've done. Now, one thing that I am doing, which I've talked about a little bit, is I am tracking my books. And so I did want to share with you my books so far. Now, I saw Rincey at Rincey Reads recently talking about her book budget. She's on a book buying ban this year, or not buying ban, on a no buy. And so I saw her talking about her book budget. Was it for last year? I don't remember now, but I'll link her channel down below, of course. It's wonderful if you haven't seen it. And she talked about the dollar amount that she spent on books. And I've been waffling back and forth on if I want to talk about money on the channel or not. But I thought, what the heck? I'm just going to throw it all out there. So far this year, for the first quarter of 2022, I have spent $483.41 on books. And that was for 59 books. So I feel like that was a pretty interesting number. Once again, I'm not trying to track my purchases with the mind of cutting back or budgeting. Just to see where I am really is my goal with this spreadsheet. See what I'm spending, see how many books I'm buying, and see if they are aligning with where I want my money to go. Interestingly, in the first quarter, I did not buy any books on Amazon, which I'm not opposed to necessarily. I have recently bought an Amazon book, and look at that beauty. Dean Street Press. My first Dean Street Press. I will haul that at some point. I did buy that on Amazon. I didn't actually count up my books, but so out of the 59, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those I bought at Barnes & Noble, which was a really fun shopping excursion. And hello, Gina. Only one, actually. Only one of those. No, wait, I'm sorry. I'm losing my train of thought here. One of those I bought at Third Place Books. So out of the 59, only 6 were purchased new. The rest were purchased at Abe Books, Thrift Books, Half Price Books, thrift stores, and my beloved Tacoma Book Center. So I'm just going through this to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, I did buy one new Amazon book. This one. I'm sorry, I should have planned a little bit better. I'm now just off the rails here. So I bought 59 books. 6 of those were new. 51 were used. And I spent $483.41. And that was, sharing that number was inspired by Rincey. Now, I also did want to talk about, there are a couple of, actually one straggler from my first quarter reading, which is the Odyssey. I saw Shelley Swearingen was her book club, which is no longer reading together. They read this a few months ago. I started to read along. I got I'm about halfway through. I'm on page 301. And I got to the spot where the seafaring story ended, which surprisingly to me was not as much of the book as I was expecting. And I kind of tapered off. I for whatever reason, I set it down and then I forgot about it. But I recently saw books by Lanus talking about this. She's got a video about 10, oh wait, my gosh, you guys, this is just a mess today. This is 10 things I wish I knew before reading the Odyssey. And it reminded me that I started this book, I didn't finish it, and it is a really good video. So I'll also link that down below. It's a really good video. She reminded me that the last half of the book is really, really good because when I realized it wasn't going to be Odysseus at sea doing his trials and tribulations, I think I kind of lost interest a little bit. But she said she said heads roll. So I'm gonna pick this one back up. I do want to finish it because the reading experience of this is so much fun. It's very readable. And I really enjoyed what I read. I just set it down and I forgot about it. So I'm gonna pick that one back up. So I think that is my first quarter check-in. I've been having a wonderful year. March was so much fun reading middle grade and reading mystery. And next month is going to be May of the Moderns with Margaret Pinard. This month is Picture This from Jack at Spread Book Joy and Shelley Swearingen, which is reading picture books. So I've been just having so much fun reading and chatting with you all about books. It's been a really fun year so far. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me, and I will see you later. Bye.